Let's talk about the parts of the compound miter chop saw. This saw is called a sliding compound miter saw because first thing we're going to do is unlock the saw, which is this pin here. I'm going to push down and release the pressure and pull that pin out, and now the saw can come up. It's called a sliding compound miter saw because it slides in and out. It's a miter saw, which means it cuts on angles, and it's a compound miter saw, which means it can cut both angles at the same time. The basic parts of the saw are going to be the Y, which unlocks the saw to tip for the compound part of the miter, the main blade lock, which is how we pivot the base of the saw for our miter. We've got the degree scale that shows how far we might be moving the saw to make our cut, what the degrees are going to be. We've got the power switch. We've got a nice little light up here that we can turn on, and it turns on a light down here on the table. Why that light is nice is because it creates a blade shadow on the wood, and that shadow shows how much wood we're going to lose to sawdust. That becomes the saw kerf. Other parts are, we've got our dust collection system for the chop saw. We've got 2 vents on this tool, 1 and 2, and they control the dust collection. We've got the hose connected to the saw itself, and we've also got a vent on the back wall that we're turning on, so we have 2 dust collections. This is a wood clamp if you need to clamp your wood, and the way you would do that was slide your wood under the clamp. You're going to loosen this knob, and the clamp will pivot down to your wood. Tighten that knob, and then you can tighten this one to lock your wood in place. Loosen this knob back up, you can get your wood out. Loosen this sliding knob, and you can pivot the clamp back out of place. That clamp also lifts up and can be put on the left side of the saw. There are some more advanced features, but that covers the basic parts and pieces of the compound sliding miter saw.